Alright you guys, it's time for another super awesome exciting episode of Trail Camera Pickup, but not this camera right here. Today is August the 25th, and I put this camera out on July the 15th, and I have another camera over on Brokeback Trail that's been out there since July the 4th. I've come in and checked them a couple times, and there really hasn't been too much activity on them. I don't know if it's because it's so hot in here in July in the summertime, or as you can see here, the water level's kind of high, even on this trail in here. So I don't have enough material to put together an episode. So what I'm going to do is do a flashback to February of 2017 when I was in the Fakahatchee Strand picking up 2 trail cameras. I've had this episode on the desktop of my computer for a year and a half, and it was kind of long, and I tried to edit it down as much as I could. But it's more about a 13-mile hike that I did to pick up the trail cameras and some of the things I saw along the way. And I have a good lesson on using the GPS with the bird's eye imagery that helps you see the terrain and where it's easy to walk and where you should avoid. So we'll flash back to February of 2017 in the Fakahatchee Strand Preserve State Park. Alright you guys, here for another exciting episode of Trail Camera Pickup. I got 2 cameras to pick up today. My first camera is about 1.5 miles at the end of West Main Tram here, and my other camera is about 4. Whoa! Oh, there's some what could be panther tracks. Pretty good size. It looks like panther tracks to me. So I got my first camera about 1.5 miles at the end of West Main Tram here, and then I got about a 4-mile hike north to get to Mud Tram, and then I go east to Jane Scenic Drive, and I have my second camera up in that area, and then I got about a 4-mile walk down Jane Scenic Drive to get back to my car. Looks like another set of panther prints, maybe. Definitely a feline of some sort, and a egret or a great blue heron track right there. 144 feet to go. I'm getting nervous. I'm not sure this was the best idea. I've been thinking about it since I put this camera out. Is this spot going to be any good? There's my little water hole that I set it up on. It's gone down quite a bit. I just heard the camera go off, so that means it's still working. Let's open her up. See what we get. Good camo job. Here we go. Oh yeah. Whew. Okay. 81 videos. Well, I don't want to waste my battery because I'm going to be setting it back out again today. So let's go change memory cards. We'll put this one on the computer and see what we get. I don't know, you guys. As I feared, that spot pretty much sucked. I guess you never know what you're going to get until you try, so I'm not sure about the water hole technique. My next camera is 3.6 miles north of here. It's 8:37, so I've been out here for an hour and a half. So now is where the fun starts. I got all day to walk out on Forest Lake Prairie, and then when I get up there towards the north end, I'm going to cut across about a 45-degree angle right through the middle of all the junk to try to find some good stuff. What are y'all up to? Seen any panthers? Where are you going? All right, we'll see you. 9:40, and I have to start heading on my east-northeast track towards Mud Tram, where my next camera is. I have no idea what I'm in store for cutting through this part of the strand. All right, let's do this. It's been nice knowing all you guys. 9:54, so I haven't even been going 10 minutes, and I've hit a green wall here. This here is a cabbage palm that looks like it had been attacked by a bear. They get up in the top and they eat the hearts of palm out of there. So that one looks like it was a bear attack. And then over here looks like the same thing. This whole area is kind of trampled down, so probably right in the bear's backyard. There's a big old pile of bear poop. Oh, it's fresh. Little berries there. It smells like fruit. I like to put a trail camera right on that tree. Face. Ooh, there's some scratch marks. Scratch marks on the log there. Put a trail camera right here, facing this way, and get things walking down this log, or stepping over. That would be awesome. But this is a sweet looking spot. That tree was cut down. I wonder if it was this one right here. Don't really feel like walking through that high grass, because that's where all the spooky stuff lives. Oh guys, took me long enough, but I finally found what I was looking for. I was just walking along, and I just came over to look over this little water hole and look down, and there it was. Looks like a good one. It's got good green tips, so it's still growing. It's got roots that go around the backside all the way up a couple of feet, so it seems like a good healthy one. I'll be back and see you in May. See if you get a little spike shooting out there. I don't see any old spikes. Alright you guys, 125. Got 1.12 miles straight through there to get to my next camera. But I don't mind, because after finding this new guy, I just took plenty of pictures of him. Be sure I had her marked in my GPS good. I'm now ready to continue on. Ooh. There's a big old water moccasin in that hole. Oh, you hear that rattle in his tail? It sounds just like a rattlesnake. Damn it, he's in there. I can hear him going down the tunnel. That was a big one too. Holy crap. That would have made for a sweet picture, but he went down. Hear him? He's banging on the tree with his... Damn, dude. He sounds pissed. Just don't jump out at me. I gotta get around him. Whew. Let's get the hell out of here. 0.20 miles to get to my next target. And this is the worst part of walking out here, is when you get into these ferns. This stuff is so thick, it's worse than walking through water, trying to get your feet and legs through it. And you can't see 10 feet in front of you because it's so thick. You don't know what the hell you're gonna step on. Embarrassed to say it, but well, I'm chickening out. It's 2:04 and I need to go through there, but I think it's just deep and lots of birds and things in there flying around, so I'm gonna head straight to Jane Scenic Drive, which is 0.35 miles that way, but I'm gonna skirt this little pond here to the right, kind of stay on the edge because there's all kind of bad things in there. It's 2:27 and I might be in a little bit of trouble. I cannot get through this stuff. I've tried 3 or 4 different points. That's Jane Scenic Drive, that pink line. I only got 0.23 miles to get to it. Right there. But all I see from here to there is this green crap. So I think the best thing to do is to go back into the water and kind of hug the shoreline as I make my way north and east to Jane Scenic Drive that way. It's gonna take me longer, but there's just no way to walk through that crap. Especially as long as I've been doing it today and I'm tired and I can't lift my legs up over those vines and stumps and whatnot. So I think the best thing, even though it's scary, is to just walk along the edge of this. Just try to go right whenever I can back to Jane Scenic Drive that way. Oh, I see it. Jane Scenic Drive. You never look so good. Whew. Oh, man. Well, that was a good learning experience. Without the GPS, with the bird's eye imagery, I wouldn't have been able to know that that big patch of jungle down there was as thick as it was. It's so green, but then the cypress trees areas look more brown. So those are usually areas where there's a lot of water and there's not that thick undergrowth of ferns and vines and Brazilian peppers or whatever the hell those trees are in there. But I would have still been in there fighting it, but I went back to where I knew it was open based on what I could see on my GPS, and that saved me a lot of wear and tear. So that's just a good little lesson there, that know what the color of the trees and crap mean, where it's thick, where it's passable. Oh my goodness. Jane Scenic Drive. Whew, man. That was a freaking mission. My Browning camera is 1.02 miles up here on mud tram. I feel good now. I was really panicked in there. 2:52. I should be able to get up and get this trail camera by 4 o'clock. Last time I started walking back to my car at 3:30 and I made it before dark, and now we got an extra 20 minutes before sunset, so I got more time. So it should be in good shape. So now I can relax and just look around for a good spot to put my 2 trail cameras and make my way back to the car. Unfortunately, it's 3 miles that way. So I got a mile up here, a mile back to here. So that's 2 miles minimum just to get back to this point. And then 3 miles there. So being that I already made this hike once, I don't have to prove anything. So first person that asks for me if I want to ride, I might take them up on it. Oh man, what a day though. Down to New Ghost Orchid. So no matter what, it was a good day. Only that bad thing about that one is way in there. So I'm not sure it's worth going all the way in there just for one, but I'll probably go back there again and see if it has a flower and maybe look around and find more. It's got to be more. It's not just going to be one ghost orchid in a little spot by itself. Wouldn't think. All right, you guys, here we are. Gate number 16. This mud tram. My camera's not very far down here. Less than a quarter mile. I got good high hopes about this pickup. I put it in a spot where I saw a bear in a tree. There's a lot of tracks in this mud here too. And we saw panther tracks and some deer tracks along here. So this one should have some activity. This tram lives up to its name, all right. It's always muddy around here. There's a deer track. I don't know if that's a bear track right there or not. There's some kind of little critter track here and there. That's a deer. See some raccoon tracks or possum tracks in the mud. And there's my camera right there. Looks some dirt. I don't know what that's all about. A big old bear with a dirty nose came and sniffed my camera, maybe? We'll see. That camera wasn't going anywhere. That one was strapped down tight. All right, guys, cross your fingers. Oh yeah, whew. 47 videos. So that's not too many. 47 videos in 4 weeks. That's not too great. But maybe we got some quality walking through here. Let's go put them on the computer and see what we get. See ya. Looks good.
Mosquitoes are out. I forgot to put on bug spray.
Yeah, I felt 1 or 2 come by.